welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya? Let me stop before Jeffree Star comes for me. I wish. Now, today is a new one for me. I'm doing a pick a card. I know they're very popular. I love going on different channels and checking them out. I love pick a cards. You know, we all about the romance, no-mance right now. And so I asked my daughter what you think we should do a pick a card about, because there's so many out there. So she suggested, what is the ugly truth that you need to know about yourself or the one you're thinking about? So now take a moment, take a deep breath. One more time. And pick. No. Take all the time you need. Pause the video if you have to. Hopefully I'll have someone, or normally myself, will put a timestamp to make it easier for you just to pick what you want. These lovely little macaroons are awesome. They were a Christmas present I bought for my girls, which is my daughter and my nieces. However, I never bought anything to put it in, so my daughter suggested, hey, let's use it for the pick a card and recycling. Yes, that's what we're doing. So you could choose either the cute pink macaroon, the yummy, I'm gonna call this buttercream or lemon macaroon. This one's probably strawberry or raspberry, but strawberry, and the mint one, or pistachio, whichever macaroon you love that's green. So you have your strawberry, your lemon, or your mint, or your pistachio, your buttercream, and your raspberry. Pick. Now let's start the show. So if you picked one, I'm gonna put this to the side. I prayed over the cards. I asked Spirit, my ancestors, my angels, and God to help me guide you in knowing what is the ugly truth you need to know about yourself and or the person you're thinking about. I got these lovely cards that I will talk about later on in the video. So the first one I get is the Four of Coins. Now, two things that I should have said before this. Entertainment purposes only. This is a guide. Some people I've seen in other channels literally change their whole life because someone said something. This is a guide, guys. This is to help. This is for entertainment. Hopefully I am entertaining you. And secondly, I'm also an intuitive reader, so I don't necessarily read what the card is per se, so take it with a grain of salt. You see this beautiful card? This is from Miss Cleo. God rest your soul, Miss Cleo. I got this card, I got her cards because I was watching this beautiful YouTuber. Her name just like boop, instantly House of Oshun. House of Oshun. She calls herself Lulu. It happens to be someone very close to me's name as well. So I was drawn to her. She's really good. Check out her channel. I will definitely link her down below. Now, so we have these beautiful Miss Cleo cards. If you guys remember, she used to have that 1-900 number, and you would actually, back in the day before YouTube, we used to actually call and find out, you know, about love, romance, about work, about anything. So, and it was like $4.99 a minute. So you can only imagine how much that cost. So with the Four Coins reversed, the ugly truth you need to know about yourself or someone that you're thinking about. It could be love related, it could be romance, or it could be like I said, romance. It could be friend or family. But let's be real, we're always thinking about that guy that got away or that girl. What I see is basically loss of loss of finances, either through being fired, or the person that you were in love with just took your shit and left you with nothing. It's like you're out in the cold, even though they're in the desert, and even though technically he's not freezing. That's the interpretation I get. Maybe this happened in winter, and you're rebuilding. But right now, the ugly truth is that as much as you want to hold on to your money, you lost some money. Now let's see. These are my beautiful Tarot of Dream cards. I think I was watching Rich Lup. He's also another one that I watch. And they were talking about it, I think, in the comment section. And I looked it up and I thought they were really beautiful. And these are the first tarot cards I bought. These and Miss Cleo. Don't mind the finger. The Fool. So many things could be said on the Fool. I was reading a few books, learning these. By the way, also a novice here, but like I said, I'm an intuitive reader. A lot of things about the Fool. I'm reading a few books about the cards, just so I could be more knowledgeable. However, what do you see? What do you see? The Fool. When you think about the Fool, what do you think? I'm a fool because, let's be literal right now. Forget about what the Fool represents or doesn't represent. Let's check this out. You feel like a fool because whoever this person was, or yourself, because you could have self-sabotaged. You could have thought that you knew what you were doing financially, and you, I don't know, got into debt, bought cars, bought stuff that you needed, bought something above your means, and now you are regretting it and you feel like a fool. I'm doing this literally. You literally feel like a fool. Now, for some, like I said, it could be that family, friend, or lover, ex, took you for a fool and took your money and left you high and dry. So the ugly truth is either yourself or someone that was close to you took you for a fool, and now you are rebuilding. You lost something that you cared about. Because this is the Four of Coins. Logically, we're thinking about money, but it could be almost anything. Loss of self. I feel like he's hugging himself, comforting himself because he lost something. And maybe you lost yourself because of it. You lost some money, you lost property, you lost your home, you lost your family. But, or God forbid, you lost a loved one due to someone, either yourself or someone else. Maybe someone took a family member away from you through violence. Maybe you lost your money. Maybe you lost, your virginity to someone who you thought cared about you. Maybe you lost yourself to someone, family member or not, that took advantage of you. That's the ugly truth. Or you're a fool for yourself because you did this to yourself. You did whatever you lost that you're trying to hold on to. You might have done it to yourself. Now, these cards are beautiful cards, and they are my Druid Craft tarot deck that my beautiful soul sister bought me for my birthday. And you have the Hangman upright. Look at this beautiful card. This card is gorgeous. And kind of like the Four Coins in reverse with the Hangman, because we're talking about loss, and I'm an intuitive reader. I'm seeing it as basically you were hung out to dry. If he had clothes, it's a he. Censor. If you were hung out to dry, or if he had clothes and he had pockets, guess what? His money's falling. What you see here is abundance of behind him. You see crops, you see leaves, beautiful tree, you see growth, but you hung yourself out to dry. So either you or someone hung you out to dry. Now, Of course, don't despair. What do you know about, if you ever follow me and see what I do regularly, I'm super cliche. So I'm gonna about to cliche you. After the storm, there's your rainbow. After shit hits the fan, guess what? You clean it and you're good to go. You were hung out to dry by either someone or yourself, and you feel like a fool for allowing yourself to be taken advantage of, or to be blinded by love or loyalty, blinded by cockiness and ego. I remember Rich Love saying something about that ego isn't bad. No, ego isn't bad to a degree because ego helps you. But when you let ego take over you, quote unquote, your shadow side, if you want to go there, if you let ego, pride, your shadow side take over too much, then these are the consequences if you do it to yourself. You're a fool for letting it happen, and you hung out yourself to dry. You hung yourself out to dry. So if this is you, there's a silver lining. If this someone did it to you, there's a silver lining. They're out of your life. Yes, you've been through shit. Yes, you are hurting, or you were hurting, and you were a fool, and you were hung out to dry. But guess what? It's okay, because now you know. So if it's you, rectify it. If it's them, deuces. If they left you, honey, sometimes God, universe, whomever you want to think about, whoever you believe in, sometimes they take out what doesn't need to be there. And we're the ones that bring them back, or bring whatever we do back. Let it be drugs, let it be overspending, let it be gambling, let it be whatever it is. We're the ones that keep bringing it back once God takes whatever drama we have out of our lives. Guess what? Let's call that friend again, the troublemaker. Let's talk to that guy. Hello, especially Mercury retrograde, if we're seeing this in July of 2019, because these picker cards are timeless. So if you're dealing with this now, or you were dealing with it, or you're halfway there, or you just started, or you're almost done, just know that there is a rainbow at the end of this drama that you're dealing with. And these are my angel cards. Please don't make fun of me, or make fun of me if you want, because I'm making fun of me. These are the Angelarium cards. These are my little oracle cards. I got these in New Orleans, y'all. Yeah, don't call it New Orleans, New Orleans. Which I pray that everything is great over there. I love that place, and if there's a place I would live besides my fair city of NYC, it will definitely be New Orleans. So this is where I got at Miss. You know what? I just had a brain fart, and I will link it down below again where I got this. And it wasn't Miss, it's Madam. Now, the angel card that you get is Right Eye Wisdom. Wow. This is perfect. Because you see this beautiful card? I'm trying to not get the glare. You see this beautiful card? Look at the name. You think I'm going to say this name? Heck to the no. But let me ask my beautiful daughter. Daughter, what is that name?
No, thank you.
So, I love kids. So this is the Right Eye Wisdom. Once again, of course, there is meaning to these cards, and they have books and everything. But what I'm going to put this story together for you, and the story is this. You got herbed yourself. You herbed yourself, or someone herbed you. If you don't know what herb is, you got taken advantage of. You were blinded by someone, by loyalty, by love. And or maybe you knew what was going on, you just let it happen because of circumstances. This is a general reading, trying to get as much as information as I can. Either you did it to yourself, or it was done to you. Either you allowed it, or you were blindsided. You were the fool. You were fooled. You were the fool, or you were fooled. You were hung out to dry, or you're being hung out to dry now. So all around you is abundance, but your dumb ass is fucking up there like, now what? I'm naked. My thing is out. I got no money. There's beauty behind me, but I don't see it because I'm too worried about what happened here. I lost everything, whatever that was. If it was love, if I lost relationship, if I lost a family member or someone I loved through violence, if I lost money, if I lost a house, if I lost a job, whatever the loss is, you feel like someone took it or you took it from yourself. And right now you're still hung up on about it. You hung up on it. You're hung out to dry, or you're still hung up of what happened, and you have to let it go. You don't have to forget, but you have to forgive. But the person you have to forgive is yourself. Yourself for being vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. So they took advantage. It's okay. They'll get their karma. But right now you cannot stay in your place of hating yourself or feeling bad about yourself or why me yourself. Sometimes you have to cry, wipe away your tears, and push forward. And you have your God, you have the universe, you have your guides, you have your real people that are there for you. You have people that love you and they're there for you. Here's the wisdom. You will learn from this and you can help others. You can help yourself. You have wisdom. Wisdom. Things happen to you and you hear. Now here's another cliche. God will give you what you can handle. So whatever happened to you, maybe you need it to happen to you for you to get to the next level of your life, whether it be spiritually, financially, emotionally, wherever you need to be in your life, because we're all different. We're all dealing with different things and we're at different levels. But what you need to do is know that I'm sorry that it happened to you. I'm sorry that you are or were suffering, but now you have the knowledge how to get out of it or how to forgive and to move forward. I hope this resonated. I hope this brought you a little bit of peace. And if it did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If it resonated, leave a comment. If it didn't, leave a comment. You know, I like to hear what you guys have to say. It makes it fun. Hi, those who picked the lemon drop or the buttercream or the little plastic thing. Now, I would like to open it. I didn't open it for the first one, so I could put stuff in it, like little crystals. Yay, I don't fit, but it's cute anyway, so let's leave it here. Boom. So I said it in the first, if you picked one, if you didn't, you picked two. This is Miss Cleo. I saw this cards first at the House of Hoshun. I will link her down below. She is super duper awesome. And so let's see. This is about, well, like I said in the other one, I'll say here as well. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am here to help and guide. Please don't take whatever I have to say to heart, as in everything with a grain of salt. Do not change your life or do anything crazy just because someone on the internet told you something. Now, this is to find out the ugly truth about yourself or someone you are thinking about. It could be a loved one. It could be a lover. It could be a friend. It could be co-workers. It could be whatever it is you're thinking about. You could be thinking about 101 things. It could be about your dog. I don't think it's about your dog. So the first card I get is the Tower. Ooh, in reverse. Now, mind you, I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't necessarily look at the card and be like, the Tower means X, Y, and Z. It's whatever I pick up. So here is the beautiful Tower. To some it's beautiful, to others it's not, but it's reversed, and I do read reverse here. So what I see with the Tower for you, the ugly truth about yourself. Well, it might be a little bit weird, but I see the Tower right now not as a tower, but as something else. Something that may have given you a hot crotch. something that you may be addicted to, something that, I'm not trying to be really graphic here, but this is something of a sexual matter. The way I am interpreting this card, what Spirit is telling me, either you are addicted to it or you giving yourself away, giving yourself, in other words, you're using sex as a tool, or you're using sex as a means to feel loved. You're using sex to get what you want. This tower represents, even though you might be into women because you're a male, or you may be into women because you are female. It doesn't matter that what this looks like per se, even though it does look like a penis. Basically, this tower represents to me your sexuality and how you use it, and how you have to be careful because you will be burned, either literally, figuratively, or emotionally. You have to be careful how you use your sexuality or who you're sleeping with, because the person who, because you know some guys be on the DL, not all of them, but some of them be on the DL. You don't know what they're gonna bring home. And you know, in today's world with the technology and, oh, sorry, I have an extra card that shouldn't be there. With technology and it's just easy to hook up with people. So just gotta be careful who you hooking up with. You gotta be careful why you're having sex. Why you're having sex with people that you shouldn't be having sex with. Why you're having sex with people unprotected. So the ugly truth is, either you're having sex unprotected with people, you're using your sexuality, or the person you are thinking about is. So we have to be careful, because nobody wants a hot crotch. Or be with somebody who gives you a hot crotch. Now, I'm not saying run up and, and get, if you're not doing this, then this wasn't meant for you. But if you are, or you with someone that they might be, don't run up to them and smell their underwear. Don't run up to them and accuse them of anything. You always have to, use your brain, be smart about it. And you have your own intuition. We all do. We all have our intuition. So let's, use your intuition. If you really feel something's up with someone you with, then you need to, find out, or be straight up and say, hey, are you cheating on me? Are you seeing other people? You might be dating and you think you're exclusive, and guess what, honey bunny, you ain't exclusive. They're like, nah, what you talking about? I'm dating other people too. But to you, you're like, I thought we were exclusive. So just be careful who you giving yourself up to. Just be careful who you with that might be giving up to everyone else. Now this beautiful card is the Tower of Dreams, and the King of Cups in reverse. Wow, you're just a reverse thing. Well, whatever love you got is gone. I see cups is water. Normally water is Pisces. I'm not really doing signs and stuff because it could be just about anybody. But water normally represents Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. But this could be anyone, and even it's a king. It could, could be, of course, a female. This is the card. It's really pretty. Trying to get the glare. I'm going to look at it real quickly. What I'm getting is it's with this king. With this king is this king is this king is loose, and this king feels cocky, and this king feels like, I got this. Look at me. Look how handsome I am. Look how pretty I am. So it's either you or someone you're thinking about. God forbid this is a child that you have that is being promiscuous, male or female. This could be, a sibling that you're worried about. Because right now, all they're worried about is getting theirs. if this is your significant other or someone you're dating or someone you like, a crush or something, whatever feelings is there, it's not really there. It's an illusion. Well, you think your cup is being filled, is being drained. See, because you're thinking it's like this, but it's like that. So with this, you have to see that this person feels like it's getting one on you. This person is not, if it's the child, the child might be hurting because why is it using its sexuality? Why is it sleeping with so many people that God forbid gets a disease? And what's going on? The person you're talking to, a sibling, a coworker, a friend, why are they using their sex to get what they want? You know, because it's a scary thing, because nobody likes to be used, and they might use the wrong person. They might get a disease themselves and pass it on. They might get to you. They might get a disease and, you know, lose their life because they're messing with the wrong people. Gay or straight, it doesn't matter. But this person's being reckless right now. Reckless abandonment is what I see here. It's either you or another person. If it's you, you're right now, you think you're the hot shit. Like, I got this. I don't know what you're talking about, lady. I got this. I'm using what I need to use because guess what? I was used. I was abused. So now I'm getting mine. That's the attitude that I see that this person has. Now, this other lovely card was given to my good Judy, in my soul group, and it's the Druid Craft Tarot deck, the Hermit. The Hermit means so many things. Look at this beautiful card. These cards rock. So you see that little loyal companion there? You see the Hermit? Who you searching for, honey? Who you searching for that you're giving yourself up? Who is this person searching for that they're out there in abandoned? This is you? Who are you searching for? Because the Hermit, you're alone. You might be out partying. You might be out having fun. You might be on, you know, the dating sites and swiping right, left, right, left. You might be hanging out. You might be going on dates. You might be having a good time. You might be doing Netflix and chill. You could just be going chill, you know. But you're lonely, and you're just using this because you don't want to feel alone, and you feel like having sex, you're connecting with people, and that's the wrong thing to do, because you're not getting what you really, really want. You're just getting what you feel. I was used, so now I'm using. No, you're still being used, because at the end of the day, when they're off, you're still alone. At the end of the day, if this is your significant other, you still feel alone. They might be in the same room with you. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. Apparently we're having a flash, I can't speak, retrograde flash flood warning, and it kind of like my phone just went. So going back to what I was saying, because this is a little bit serious. Basically, the ugly truth about yourself or the person you're thinking about is that someone's lonely and they're searching, and you're not gonna find it between the sheets, and you're not gonna find it sleeping around trying to find love. Because this is for my ladies and my gentlemen, if you are being pressured to show nudes, if you're being pressured to have sex, if you're being pressured to talk dirty or to flirt sexually when you just meet people, then you need to literally swipe left and keep on rolling. Because if you are looking for true love, you have to love and respect yourself. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a prude and wait till you get married to have sex. I'm not saying that you have to wait at all. If you feel like you met someone and the sparks fly and you guys have sex and get married and have beautiful children or grow old together or live the rest of your life together, honey, that's great. But it doesn't happen to everyone. And as soon as you give it up, 99% of the time, my ladies, this is for my ladies, homeboys are walking away. And some of my gentlemen too. It's not just ladies. Some guys also get used. So, for their money, for their status, for their friends, because they will really want to hook up with your friend, for your, you know. So if these are for my singles who are giving it up quickly because they think that's how they're going to get love, that's not how you do it. If this is someone who feels that the person they're with, and singles means even if you're dating, but if you're not in a committed relationship, you're single. Now, for my peoples who are in a relationship and they're stepping out on it, what are you searching for? If you're stepping out on that person and that person's been good to you, honey, if you don't want to be with them, that's fine. No one can force you, but don't do that to them. Don't, God forbid, give them a disease because you're not happy with yourself or with this relationship. Just let them go. Just say, hey, you know what? I love you, but I'm not in love with you, and I must bounce. But if this is you with someone and you got that gut feeling, now just because you pick two doesn't mean that the person you're with is cheating on you. Remember, this is a general. And I don't want you to go over there, you know, with hot oatmeal and throw it on them, burn the bed. You know, don't be Elena Bobbitt. That's from the 90s kids. They know about that stuff. So basically, if you don't know who Elena Bobbitt was, I think her man was cheating on her and she chopped off his penis and threw it out the window while she was driving away. I don't know. It was crazy. So don't Elena Bobbitt the person you're with, or don't sleep with their sisters, or don't do anything crazy. Just talk to them. Talk to them and confront them on your feelings. Now, don't go crazy like a banshee, but speak to them. Sit down and talk to them. Say, hey, serious, put your phones away and speak to them in a way where they understand you're frustrating. And maybe they did cheat, and then that's up to you to guys to cry it out and work it out or walk away. But that's between you two. If this is your scenario, if you're with someone and you feel like they're cheating, or maybe this doesn't resonate, you could pick another little macaroon. So whatever you're searching for, you're not gonna find it between the sheets, sleeping around. Now this is my beautiful, and once again, I said it in 1 and 2, and now this is for number 2. I don't know how to say this. Angelarium. This is the beautiful box. I got this in New Orleans. And I want to say Madame Tussauds, but that's the wax museum, so please forgive me. And I don't want to offend anybody, especially my voodoo queen. Please don't come for me. My brain is just not where it needs to be. Now, the card that you have is... Now, this one I'm not doing reverse, of course. Angel of Memory. Look how beautiful this card is. This card is gorgeous. Now, let's do this little story together. Let's say this is you. What happened to you, honey? What made you be this way? Who hurt you? I don't know if it was your childhood, God forbid, or when you were a little bit older and someone took advantage of you and you just feel like, hey, whatever, I'm just gonna do what I wanted because it feels good. Or you were a certain way and maybe you were poor, or maybe you always got your way and you stopped, so you figured this is how I get what I want. There's memories attached, dark ones. It's a beautiful card, but there's memories there. And if we're doing these all together, something happened to you that has you like this. Now, if something horrible happened to you, you may need therapy. You may need to speak to someone, because this is a dangerous thing you're doing. This is just like if you're doing drugs or drinking alcohol so much that you become an alcoholic. These are something dangerous, and sometimes when things happen to us, doesn't necessarily mean when we're children, but when something traumatic happens to us, it really, really, really affects us. To the point that you may even have PTSD and not even know it. And didn't know that what happened to you, where you may have just brushed it off, where you may have been like, meh, it is what it is, I'm not dealing with it. Ooh, they ain't playing, they know I'm telling the truth. Whatever it is that you're dealing with that may have triggered your behavior, or maybe the behavior of someone you're with or someone you love, your child, a family member, that they don't care, that they're searching for something because they are alone, and they're searching because they are hurting, and there's a memory that happened to you guys. So once I said it in group one, I'll say it here. I'm a cliche queen. God doesn't give you what you cannot handle, and what doesn't kill you make you stronger. So you made some mistakes, honey. That's fine. We all make mistakes. We ain't perfect. We're not perfect. Because if we were, you wouldn't be on this channel looking at picker cards. So what I say to you is, if this is you, think about your actions. Yes, that Louis Vuitton bag looks cute, but you had to sleep with together. Not all of you sleep with this, but this is for whoever picked this. You're using sexuality to get your way. But karma's a bitch, and karma comes back. And that Louis Vuitton bag could come at you. Sleeping around with someone on the DL, someone can come at you. You have to be really careful. You could get a disease. You could get unwanted pregnancies. It could be a lot of things that's going on. You could get hurt. And that's the thing that I fear, is your reckless behavior could get you hurt, and a hurt that you can't bounce back from. So whatever Mercury retrograde, basically I had notifications on, and every time someone kept sending me a notification, it stopped my video. So going back to what I was saying was, whatever, and I'm sorry if it looks like I'm switching cameras or angles and stuff, because I have to keep going back and forth, turn it on, to find out what's going on. So, and the way it's at a little like claw like thing. And anyway, long story short, whatever memory that you have, whatever happened to you, you need to, if it's really traumatic, you need to find counseling. And you need to stop what you're doing, because you will get hurt. And if this is your child, you need to find out what is going on in your child's life. Why do they feel alone? Why does your child need to break your heart by doing things that could get them hurt? Your child needs you. If this is your child needs you, and you can't be the parent to be like, I'm your parent, I tell you, blah, blah. You can't do that. You can't be rough. You know, I'm a Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican. And it was like, what I tell you to do, and that's it. But that's not the right way to do it. If this is your child, especially if your child's underage, you need to speak to them with love and kindness. Now, I'm not saying to be a sucker, and I'm not saying to be a pendejo, and let your child run around. No. What I'm saying is speak to them with love, so they could feel trust and love with you, and they could tell you what's going on, and maybe they might seek help. Now, I hope this, and if this is a couple, the only thing that you need to do right now is speak to your significant other. And I'm sorry, because I had to start like twice over. My brain just went whoop. Long story short, my loves, if you're using sex to get what you want because you're lonely, you're searching for the love, you're not going to get it between the sheets. If you're cheating on your person, or the person's cheating on you, stop doing it. Talk to them. And if you're going to have to, either you're going to make it or not. You talk to each other. If he's cheated on you, just be careful that you or she, can't generalize, this is a general reading, whomever may be cheating, you have to be careful, because you might get hot crotch and you might pass it, and we don't want to do that. And if you have some terrible memories that has you or someone you love acting this way, find out what it is, and if it's you guys need to get help. I will be praying for you. I'll pray that you have guidance, and that you get the strength to not do what you need to do. And what I was saying before is that Louis Vuitton bag, or Gucci, or whatever you're doing, or having that guy pay your rent, or that cable, or having that girl do X, Y, and Z for you, karma comes back, and it's tenfold. Yeah, I got it right. Tenfold. And you don't want that. You don't want that. So let's let's just do what we need to do to help ourselves. And if you're looking for that one true love, you're not going to find it sleeping around. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe. Please comment. I would like to know if you thought this was a good read, and if you feel like this wasn't for you, you could pick another one, or there are plenty of other places for you to go to. Thanks to YouTube, there's a lot of us. Hi, and for those of you who picked 3, the cute little mint slash pistachio one. Hi, where's the camera? I'm like, where are you? My setup is so weird. I had to move the setup so many times. I kept getting notification. It kept stopping, and it stopped on your video. But thank God it was only the beginning. So this was the beginning. So I'm gonna open it up. Yeah, look how cute this is. This is so cute. Boop. I went to buy earrings for my girls, aka my daughter and nieces. However, I forgot, and they've just been sitting there for a year. It was part of their Christmas presents. And my daughter said, Mom, well, let's do a pick-a-card and use them for the pick-a-card. And I was like, you are so correct. So let's put it here for a little bit of love and guidance. Please, if you picked 1 and 3, people, I apologize for not opening it and putting a heart. My bad. Now, so I am going to flip this card over. And, oh, boop. I forgot because I said in the first half of it, but I had to restart the video over. I tricked you. Okay, so a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please know that I am here to help and guide, but anything that you hear, know that you have to take it with a grain of salt. And also, it's a general, so it may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, you could pick either the strawberry or buttercream, or you could go somewhere else, and there are plenty of pick-a-cards out there, which I enjoy myself. So there's always room for people. It's not a competition where who's the best, who's the worst. It's basically who you resonate with. And if you resonate with me, awesome. If you don't, then thank you for giving me a chance, and I hope you find what you're looking for. So let's start your reading. Now, boom, 8 of Cups. Now, being in, disclaimer number 1,000. I'm also an intuitive reader, so I don't necessarily go with the cups. Go with the cards. Meaning, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's like, oh shoot, but not always. So when I saw this, I'm thinking of, who are you worshiping? And then it may not be worshiping. Who are you looking for? You look like you're looking up in the sky, even if it's, look at the beautiful card. And this, this is Miss Cleo, and she used to actually have a 1-900 number. You know, no, I can't show you the box because then I didn't show it for 1 and 2, and then they'll be like, your favoritism number 3. So Miss Cleo used to do an 800, a 1-900 number, and it was like $4.99 a minute, and your parents will kill you if you spend all that, money wanting to find out if Jimmy loves you down the street. Now, this is the beautiful card, but it's reversed for you. Here we go. I think she had these made, and they're beautiful Egyptian, and I love them. They're really cute, and these are my first cards. This one and over here, which I'll talk about in a minute. So right now is you are, I want to say you're worshiping, but you're looking. You're looking for something. You want to worship something. You're looking for the answer, and you're not getting your answer. Whoever this is lost. You are lost in the sauce. You are lost in the sauce, my friend. You don't understand what's going on in your life right now. Remember, this is the ugly truth. What you need to know about yourself, or someone you're thinking about, or someone you're thinking about, or that person is lost. So it's either you or a person that's lost. You lost your way. You lost your hope. You lost your faith. And you're just sitting there, but you're not moving. You're just there. I don't mean to be mean or rude, but I kind of sometimes have compassion and I understand because I've been there. But sometimes I have to be, straight up and say, "You boo hoo hooing, baby girl? You're boo hoo hooing, baby boy? What are you boo hoo hooing about? Okay, so X, Y, and Z is going on. You're lost because maybe you lost your job, or you're lost because you just graduated, or you don't know your next direction, and you're just sitting here, and it's summertime, and you don't know what to do, and you graduated high school. Now you got to go to college, or you're college, and now you don't know what to do with yourself. Or maybe you want to leave college. Whoa, camera. Wait, where you at? Here we go. Where you want to go? What are you doing? But you're just sitting there. Maybe you're an adult. You're an adult and you're like, ugh, what? What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, I did a little bit, Karen. So at this point, if you pick number 3, the ugly truth about you or someone you're thinking about is that you are lost and you're looking. But you're looking for answers that you're never going to seek, because I'm the queen of cliches. The answer is within. You right now are looking for someone to blame and someone to fix when you need to fix yourself. Whatever is have you stuck or lost, you have to... Give me 1 second. Let me see what Spirit is telling me. Okay, it took more than 1 second. Maybe you're sick. Excuse me. Maybe you're sick. Maybe you're sick physically. Maybe you're sick and tired of life. Maybe you're just sick of the world and the nastiness and the horrible news. Maybe you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. But right now, honey, the only thing I could tell you is sometimes we can't change the world. We sometimes can't even change what's around us, but one thing we can't change is ourselves. So either you or the person you're thinking about is in a certain area, in a certain space. You have to move. Now that's easier said than done. What happens if you're like, well, I'm a paraplegic? Well, I'm 500 pounds. Well, I'm a baby, what's the one that always stays in the house? Not a agoraphobe, but the ones that always stay in the house. Want to Google that for me? Maybe you're one of those that can't go outside. Maybe you're a germaphobe. Maybe you have OCDs. Maybe you are whatever. There are other things for you to do. You can still move and make moves. Even if you can't physically make moves, you can make moves. And if you're sick and you're thinking about doing something you're not supposed to, don't. Spirit's telling me don't. Don't you dare. Don't you dare take your precious life. If this is the ugly truth, if this is your loved one, don't you dare do it. Because your soul is lovely and your soul is gorgeous. And even though you're going through hell right now, you are loved by the people around you, by spirit. You're loved. And don't harm yourself because someone cheated on you. And don't harm yourself because you're sick. Don't harm yourself because what use are you? What use are you? Honey, you have a purpose in this world. And there are people that love you. And if something happens to you, they'll feel it. And they'll feel it forever. And that is something that you don't want to leave. That legacy of yours. So if you are just stagnant because you're stagnant, let's make our move. Let's make our waves. If you're sick or you're thinking of doing something that you shouldn't, I'm gonna link a suicide prevention number down below. I once again am not a counselor. This is very serious because this is a serious matter. But if you feel like you want to hurt yourself, I'll link the number below so you could call someone. Now let's go to the next card. Now the next card is the Tower of Dreams. Let's see what this card and this card. Let's see what happens. I'm sorry, I'm just saying card, but this one kind of shook me a little bit because this really got dark. Suicide is not a joke, and anybody contemplating it, I understand that you're not joking. It's a serious matter, and if you using, and if for the few of you, because there are a few of you that are using this for attention, honey, don't even think about it, because once people find out, oh my God, the backlash that you're gonna get and the karma. Yeah, I say karma a lot. So please, if you're thinking about it, I will link a number below. Speak to somebody, speak to someone you trust about your dark feelings, your dark emotions. Suicide isn't what's gonna bring you peace, even though you might feel like you have no other choice. You do have a choice. The Eight of Swords. Wow. You are hurting. Eight of Swords reversed. Oh, let me show you the Eight of Swords. Sorry, I had to move the camera, so now I don't even know what angle I have it in. But let's just look at the card. Naked, out into space and scared in a little bubble. And here they come to burst that bubble. Your safety. Your safety net is being burst. Now, is it being burst for good or for bad? Are you sick and these are the needles for your dialysis? This is the needle for chemo. Is this the needle for diabetes? And you're sick and tired. You're tired. You can't make moves. You can't make waves. Are these the swords of being stabbed in the back because you're lost and you feel like you've been abandoned and you feel like the people who were supposed to be there for you turned their back on you and stabbed you in the back? Did a friend of yours take your man or your woman? Did a family member did? Is this Jerry Springer? Excuse me, I have a parched throat. Now, once again, I'm a cliche bitch, and there's always a dawn after the dark. And you're going through some cards, stay still. And you're going through some it's moving. And you're going through some really rough times right now. You or someone you love, or someone you're thinking about. And the ugly truth is, someone you're thinking about or someone you love or yourself are thinking about dark and ugly thoughts. And it's really bad. You're thinking about a lot of things. Hurting yourself, hurting others, because you're hurt. Because you feel betrayed. Because you feel vulnerable. Look at you, naked out in space. And all these 7 swords there. What Spirit is telling me is that a lot of this is in your head. Now, if you're in pain, you're in pain. That's not in your head. Even though some people say with meditation and thinking about something, but honestly, I tried that. I'm not there yet. I went to the dentist. She was drilling me and I was thinking about a flower in the mountain and that wasn't helping. So I understand if you're in pain, you're in pain. And sometimes, oh, shoot, sorry. And sometimes no amount of meds is going to ease that pain, especially if it's a broken heart, especially if you're being betrayed or you're betraying someone. But I think whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Even though I see that you're in pain, and you probably have a right to do it. I'm in pain. They hurt me. I have a disease that I can't, that's killing me literally. But in this world, this is the cards you were dealt, and this is something that you have to deal with. So then in your next life, you don't deal with this. You're evolving until you get to where you need to get. If this is what you believe, this is what I believe, but you believe maybe one and done and that's it. But if you believe in one and done, and if you believe in heaven and hell, then you know murder's a sin. Suicide is a sin. You're murdering yourself is a sin. Any dark thoughts and feelings that you're having, please, please, please think before you act. A lot of these things are in your head. You're overthinking things that are sometimes not even there. If you're physically in pain, then I do apologize, and I will send you healing, light, and love. But for those of you who just are lost because of circumstances, because you were hurt and betrayed, don't do something that's going to jeopardize your life or theirs. Don't hurt someone because they hurt you. Don't hurt someone they left you for because you got left. Don't hurt someone because you're angry at whatever is going on in your life. Seek help. But don't hurt anyone that's going to put you away for life, because then you're going to get out of this. And when you're out of it, but you're locked up, then what? If you're out of it, you get out of it, but you're 6 feet under, now what? Now you have to repeat the cycle again. So whatever is going on in your life, whether it be something serious or something superficial, think before you react. Now these cards, or this card in particular, was given to me by my good girl, my good Judy, my soul sister, and it's from the Druid. It's the Druid Craft Tarot deck. I'm sorry, this was just it's a heavy reading, and okay, so the Druid Craft Tarot deck. Wow, another one. 4 of Wands, reverse. Let me see what Spirit has for me. I'm getting so much sadness and sorrow. So much sadness and sorrow. Whatever passions you have, let's say it's not so horrific that what you're dealing with. Let's just say it's just you know, it's not a disease that's killing you. You have no more passion for anything, because whatever's happening to you killed your passion. Your disease, heartbreak, heartache, your family sucks, because some family do. This is the card. Sorry. I'm trying to get for you to see it. Some family sucks. Some friends suck. People who you thought that were your friends backstabbed you. You know, doctors are telling you one thing. Yeah, remission. Yeah, you good. Yeah. Take this medicine. Take this, take that, take the other. And you're suffering. And you're suffering. Or someone you love is suffering. Seeing a parent go through something. Seeing a child go through something. I can only imagine the heartache you're going through. To see someone you love in pain. A parent seeing your child hurt because they got their heart broken or cheated on, or they left them. Or your child suffering with a disease. or a loved one or a parent or a best friend is just horrible, and their light is like snuffed out. There's no more passion in what they want to do because they just there. They just existing. Or you're just existing. Upright is beautiful. Beautiful fire. The wands. I can see you dancing. Having a good time. Remember, I don't see the four wands as what the four wand means. Sometimes they correlate, sometimes they don't. But what I see here, I don't want to say, this is entertainment purposes only. Please know that this is the ugly truth, and I'm not trying to scare anyone. But the only thing is I see is desperation, and I see a funeral. I see a funeral if you do what you're going to do. I see a funeral. And if there's something going on in your life that it's terminal, then I will pray and give you light and love. But don't, of course, easier said than done because I'm not dealing with this and I wouldn't even know what I would do. But what I'm getting from spirit is if you're dealing with something that is either literally terminal or you feel that it's terminal, you don't give up, because this is a funeral here, and it may be a literal funeral or not, but don't give up. Don't lay down and die. You have so much love and life to give. Even if you're reading, even if you're telling people your story, even if you a little bit accomplishments, coloring books, dealing with your children or grandchildren or family members, laughing and loving even through the pain, because those are memories that you're going to leave behind, and your soul will be at peace, and you have gone through this horrible thing, whatever you're dealing with, but then in your next life you wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. So this could be a figuratively funeral, a literal funeral. But what I see is if you're going through heartbreak, if you're going through issues with your job, if you feel lost because there are people in your life that suck, and sometimes you can't right now get away from them, have hope. And that is so hard. Hope is so hard when everything is so negative around you. Hope is so hard when people suck and horrible people say horrible things, and the world is horrible. But know that whatever is going outside, inside you're beautiful, and inside you have a wonderful heart, and you cannot let what is going on in your life stop you from living. If you live for a day or for a year or for 50 years, none of us know our time to go. We all have to live our life to the fullest. Now let's say this angel card. Now this angel card is called, and don't come for me, Angel Larian. This is what it looks like. And I got this in New Orleans, and oh my God, her name just passed me by, and my daughter literally gave me Marie Laveau's, Marie Laveau's shop in New Orleans by Bourbon Street. I think it was on Bourbon Street. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, a beautiful place that if you can visit, even if visit it on the internet, visit on YouTube, visit it in books. You don't always have to physically leave somewhere to visit. Challenge your mind. Now the one that you get, I don't read the angels backwards. Judgment. Oh my God. If you do something, you shall be judged. This card is sorry, the way the camera's positioned, the way I'm positioned, it's not the best. The ugly truth about you or someone you love, someone you thinking about. Judgment. You shall be judged for your actions. So funny that the ones that picked 2 got the right hand of wisdom, and you got the left hand of judgment. Whomever this is for, let it be yourself or someone you know. And if it's someone you know, speak to them. Talk to them. If this is you, you will be judged, and not the judge that you want. You will be judged, and you will be judged harshly if you take another life, even your own. Oh, it's my life. I do what I want. You don't take your life. You'll determine when you go. It's determined for you. You don't take your life. And I am so sorry if you're going through some things, because I've been through some things myself, so I understand when you just want to forget it all and just go to sleep and never wake up. But that day will come when we all go to sleep and never wake up. But just know that you will be judged if you do something that you can't take back. I don't want to leave this one all negative. There's judgment here, but you get judged no matter what you do, good or bad. Now it's up to you. Are you going to do the right thing, or are you going to do the other thing? But no matter what, you shall be judged. And at the end of the day, it's not worth taking a life, whether it's yours or someone else's. Yeah, so this is what, sorry for the pause, it's just really heavy. So I'm taking, just know that no matter what is going on with your life, that you are lost, there is light. There is light there. There is help. You just have to seek it. And if this is not as heavy for you as it is that I feel for others, and if it's just because you're just not sure where to go, don't do any criminal activities. Don't do anything that could jeopardize your future because you're bored or because you want an easy way. Something else that came up. Judgment, because you did something stupid, you're being judged, you're going to jail. You don't want jail. Jail ain't cute for anybody. So I will leave you with this, knowing that you are loved, and I will send you some healing love and some guidance, and I hope that you have a good night. If this resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Even if you think I'm full of shit, that's fine. Leave a comment. I would love to read a comment or two. But if this resonates, know that you are loved, and that there is a silver lining in what you're dealing with. You just have to go through with it. And it sucks that you have to go through with it, but you do. Because you don't want this judgment if you don't want this judgment if it goes the other way. If you're going in the negative way, all your cards, even this one, is reversed. Guys, I'm not playing. Spirit's not playing. I want to throw up right now and cry at the same time, and that's not a cute thing. None of y'all want to see that. So once again, I leave you with love. I know that someone out there does love you and wants the best for you. Have yourselves a good night.